Hey everyone, it's Jen here. I don't really know what's going on with my background. I realize my lighting sucks, so I'm trying to do something different. I don't know. Okay, so moving on. This is a reading for my fellow Sagittarians for February, mid February. I guess mid February. I guess I already did tape February. Just haven't posted them. So too many. Mid-February reading for the sign of Sag. I should really start over, but I'm not. So I hope you're okay. So while I'm shuffling the cards, let me read my channeling to you. So I have that you may run into someone or have someone reach out to you and let you know what an important impact you had on them. They will remind you of something you said or did. In some cases, this could be a new love interest, but for many, it's just a kindness. Like, do you remember? So then I do see, aside from a situation like that, reminiscing with friends and family, a lot of laughter, but also a feeling of where has the time gone and a better appreciation for the present. You may realize or feel like in some area of your life you've strayed and are making a plan to get back into shape or into a hobby or back into something from the past. Or realize you need to carve out time and space for yourself. And then in quotes, find your center. That's from a Trevor Hall song. Your love is just a reminder. What song is that? Shit, I don't remember what song that is. Sorry, I keep getting way too many cards falling out. And I only have 3 little easels here. Okay, I saw a man on a lawnmower, like a father figure potentially, smiling, doing his thing. His lawn is perfect. My parents always kept their house really nice, but once they were retired, I mean, it looks like a freaking resort. It's cute. I heard stop comparing yourself to others. It's okay to color outside the lines. I like that. I feel like Saggies definitely can color outside the lines, right? Roses. So either the flower roses. Okay, well, we're right around Valentine's Day, so that's not really a... Oh, I wrote Valentine's Day, duh, but maybe unexpected, maybe a secret admirer, or it could have something to do with someone named Rose or someone named... Could be any flower or someone named after a flower, someone with a flower name. If you're trying to make a decision, use your head and heart. If you had no worries, complications, what do you want to do? Your fear is going to... Okay, now I know what I was getting. If you didn't have to worry about... It's not saying it's not valid, but if you didn't have to worry about money or what other people think or whatever, what do you want, basically getting, what do you want to do? And then, is it really true that you can't do it? Or are you limiting yourself in some way? Your fear is getting in the way, it says. Okay, so that is the channeling I have for you. Let's see at the bottom of the deck here, the 6 of Cups. This is can be a lot of different things. It can be nostalgia, that reminiscing I was talking about. Remember this, things from... I know when we get together with my family, I'm sure everyone does this, all the same old stories, but we still laugh like it's the first time. And or if we still are close with a childhood friend, and we still, remember this, remember that, all the old stories. The caution of the 6 of Cups is if you were able to really go back and relive a moment. Now, the fun ones or whatever, that's fine, but you may remember it you may be remembering it very differently than if you were to actually be able to go back and experience it. For example, my brother, I have two older brothers, but the brother just above me, 2 years above me, either I remember things that he doesn't remember or vice versa, or if we remember the same thing, we remember it differently. And I'm sure he's probably right most of the time because he's older. And I have my memory goes back pretty far, but I don't know the further it goes back how accurate it is. Um, but the real way I read the energy of this card, look at all the flowers. So those are all the flowers I was seeing. Um, is stopping and smelling the roses. Remember the simple times. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, keeping it simple. Keeping it in appreciating. I mean, when you're a kid, just appreciating laying in the grass and looking up at the clouds, you know what I'm saying? And um, the joy of stomping in a puddle. I mean, they just are sort of in awe of the world, um, and slowing down and simplifying things. Three of Wands. Yeah, this is a reminiscing energy, but it's also a goal setting energy. So getting higher perspective, zooming out on your life. Okay, here I am now. What were my dreams in my childhood, and what was my trajectory, and what did I say I was going to do, and where am I now? And okay, am I fitting with the goal I want, and where do I want to go? And not getting stuck that it's too late to do something, it's too late to start something new, it's too late. Really letting go of that. I mean, time passes. So if you think, oh, I don't want to go back to school, well, let me tell you, if it takes 3 years for you to go back to school, that 3 years is, in 3 years, you'd be like, damn, I would have been done had I done that. I'm getting sort of a fool type energy. There's never a perfect time. There's often not a perfect time for something. You sort of sometimes you just need to do it, and make it happen. This could be travel, making travel plans, looking to move, but it's a reflective energy. Life is too short. The Tower. Damn, front and center. Maybe you're going to look back with that Three of Wands and be like, it's all been about work, and now I'm divorced, and now I'm this, and I don't see my kids that much anymore. What the fuck? Where were my priorities? It can also be, sometimes we do have to go to work, and we do have certain things that we have to do that prevent us from, having everything we want and just hanging out with the kids. But it may be the pandemic. We all had sort of a giant tower moment this past year. It shakes our core, it shakes our foundations, but it shows us what is sustainable, what is real, what is worth putting our effort into rebuilding or to build on, to springboard, a breakdown, a breakthrough, right? So you can say, oh, I had a breakdown, I don't know what I'm going to do. Whoops. Or you can say, okay, now how am I going to rise up? The phoenix rising from the ashes. I've learned to welcome the Tower energy. It's the seeds of creativity lay in the wake of the Tower, in the aftermath, and the people that are resilient and can see the opportunity and are inspired by things like this, that can really springboard forward and make amazing changes, make amazing art. This was actually reversed. To me, this is the choice. If something Are we going to get stuck in the insomnia and the staying up all night worrying? Now, of course, if this is happening in the moment, um, you might have, a little bit of a time of oh crap, what am I going to do now? But this was in the reverse, and this is I can either, it's like be I was in the hospital once and for something serious, and I started to spiral a little, and the nurse looked at me and said, "Be zen, Jen. Just be zen." And I was like, "Yeah, I had the choice. I could have really let it freak me out. And it doesn't mean I didn't understand and whatever, and not taking it seriously, but it's like I could either get really freaked out and spend a lot of energy um, on that freak out and just swirl myself in negative energy, or I could be like, okay, we'll just take it as it comes, and you know, it'll be okay, and just keep putting one foot in front of the other. But I see this really this tower and this putting things in perspective again, causing you to zoom out and really look at things and say, okay, where do I want to make changes? I loved working from home. How do I make that happen? I don't like where I live. How do I make it happen to move somewhere where I do want to live, where I can have a garden, where I can be outside, where I can look up at the clouds, or where I'm closer to a park? This could be a global event of some sort that gets everyone's attention. Is that the sun back there or the moon? I never noticed that really in this card. I wonder if it's the moon. So a full moon, that would be at the end of February. But again, the tower really, I mean, what a breakthrough the tower is. If you stop stressing and worrying about putting your energy into fear-based thinking, into stress-based thinking, into things from the past, just not, things that are not productive. Staying up like this is not going to necessarily change anything. It's that saying, drinking poison and hoping the other person gets sick. So I feel like that you're going to be like, wait, what am I doing? And then almost going back to this channeling, like this is, I want this. And how do I change my world to make things, to simplify things? I was trying to do too much here, and that's why it wasn't sustainable. It could even be a goal you have. I was trying to do it all at once, and now I have to say, okay, that didn't work. I need to regroup, and I need to do things in more manageable steps, and then build. Once I have that solidified and that's strong, then I move on to the next thing. Because if I try to incorporate everything all at once, it's too much and it crumbles. It doesn't last, right? So it's making things that you can last, like healthy habits or any sort of new beginning, and making sure that you have the strong foundation first before moving on to the next phase. Yeah, so that's a good message. That's feeling resonating, to making sure the elementary knowledge is there. Like it would be almost better, for example, if you're going back to school, to take, maybe it's been 10 years since you did undergrad or did some sort of degree, and you think, oh, okay, I've already taken those classes. Awesome. I just want to jump in. I don't want to spend the money. Maybe you get into a class and you're like, oh shit, this is really hard because I've kind of forgotten. Maybe you want to skip out of that, go back and do a more fundamental course, even though I know it's money, but it's going to set you up so much better for success. You're going to feel so much better and so less stressed getting that refresh again by getting anything else. Some of you may figure out how to stay home with the kids. I see a lot of fears and anxiety melting away. Okay. I see things. It's like you're getting your mind wrapped around it, and you're getting a good get your head on straight. I don't know, that's not something I say, but you have your perspective right.